Hello and welcome back. So here in this video, we are going to talk about some key commands for the beginners. So imagine you are just starting with KQL and have access to a new data set, which is Storm events. You want to explore the most basic commands to quickly get familiar with the data and its structure. For example, you need to find a specific Storm records based on condition, view particular column from the data set, from the table and sort the data by different attributes and limit the number of rows displayed. So based on the video what we have seen so far, the tutorials, so I hope you are familiar with all these answers. So for the first one, where you can see find specific storm record based on condition. So for that we need to use the table name and then where class. So where state equal to Florida and event type equal to tornado. So this is just an example and let's see how this actually works, because so far we have seen just one filter and now we are taking about two filters here. So let's use this in Azure Data Explorer. So storm events, I'm removing everything, where state. So here it's not working. The reason is because I need to select the other database here. Right now it has changed the color and then I can specify that here. So state is equal to Texas. It has mentioned Florida, and it is actually giving us the value. We have or and as well. We can also use and here. And then what is the word? Event type. Event type is equal to, we have to pass in double quotes, tornado. All right, and now here we need to pass double equal to, so that's the reason it is not working earlier. So still I just want to use take 10 here and then click on run. This is giving me the result here. Just want to cross verify whether this KQL is case sensitive or not. So let me type this here, Florida, in small letter. Now even though we can see this Florida showing up here in capital, but if I run this one, this is not giving me any result. It means KQL is actually a case sensitive here. Alright, it's giving the result here. Now what is the next one? So find the specific storm record based on condition, we have done that, and view particular column from the data set. Can you guess what is this one? Yeah, you are right. So it's basically we need to use project. So start time, end time and state just as an example. So we can add also on this particular part. So here I'm just want to add pipe and then project. It has to be start time, end time and then event time, and also the damage property. And click on run. This is going to give restrict only to be 4 columns here. That's really cool. So another option what we have it here, summarize function here, which is storm event summarize count by state. Now if I use just this one, storm event, and then summarize, this has to be count, that's it, as simple as that. If I select this one and run, this is giving me the result is 59,000 records we have it available on this particular table. Now if you want to have specified to any one of the records, like for particular state, what is the number of records which we have, so we can use by and then state. So summarize this count and this giving me by state here, and click on run. This is just giving me the name of the state and how many records is available for a particular state. As you can see, this is actually showing as the count underscore, because it is taking this function what we are using up here, and inside to the bracket if we specify any column name, that it will show up here as a kind of default name. But if you want to specify any alias name, then you can just mention it here, like row count. I'm just mentioning row count as my alias name and then select this one and run again. So the heading will change, now is showing up here as row count here. So that's how you can able to use the count and some functions as well. So that is what also which is mentioned on this part. So limit the number of rows displayed as we already discussed. So we can just use the take here in order to restrict the data to show only top 10 records. So even for that we can also use on this particular thing, and I just want to use order by what you want to do. So order by, I just want to use by count here, order by row count. it's actually referring to this particular column which we are referring here, and I just want to take only the top 3 here. If I run this one, this is pretty good. Awesome, right? So we can also specify the functions calculations here, and based on that also we can sort this one. By default, the sorting is in descending order, and now it is taking up here take 3 here. That's really cool.